We're live streaming. It's been a while since I've actually done a commentary live stream on this channel. Just gonna make sure that it's working here. As we get started. Cool beans. Let's see what the volume sounds like. We'll just, yeah, make sure you guys can actually hear me. See what the volume sounds like. Yeah, it sounds fine. I mean, I'll turn it up just a little bit because I'm actually sick, which is why I haven't really done much. This isn't like me explaining what's been going on lately and whatnot. This is just, how's it going? 5 hours of power came up, and I was like, oh, I better compete in this. Because I really wanted to compete in this. I wanted to compete in the last one, and I totally forgot. Or I didn't forget, I missed it by a whole week. I thought it was a week after it actually happened, and I was like, well, that sucks. So I did this one. So this was my first one. And go ahead and open the actual park here. Show you guys kind of what I did. I should have had that ready. It's my bad. But we're actually going to see, this is the live results. Now they did this live, and I wasn't here for the video to give a live reading. We'll just go ahead and go to, what do I call it? It should be an F because it's 5 hours of power, right? CrossXCoasters. Yeah, here we go. I will say it was very enjoyable, this 5 hours of power. I mean, it was the first one I've done, so I didn't know what to expect or anything. It was actually really easy. They made it really easy where you just go online and you just download it and you open it and you unzip it and blah blah blah. It was kind of complicated at first. If you're watching the live stream, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it was actually easy, and I'll remember it for the next time that I do it, because I will definitely do it again. Hopefully do better than I did this time. And this time I'm actually very proud of where I got this time. I'll show you guys. I mean, you saw it obviously at the beginning, but I was like, you know, what are the rules and stuff, and what can I do, what can I not do. And it was actually the first time you had to do 2 coasters, and I was like, oh great, the first time I do it, I have to do 2 coasters. I wasn't exactly prepared for that. I was prepared to spend 5 hours on 1 coaster and make it really 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 nice, and now I had to spend time on 2 coasters. And if you watch the live stream that I did of the actual thing, it was I only spent like 3.5 hours on it. Time on 2 coasters. And I didn't like take up the whole time, which I should have. It probably would have got me higher, but it actually got me high as is. But I could have done more. I honestly forgot to do a couple things. You know, we'll see. I'll show you here. It's a very big park. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of detail, which in the live stream results video that I'm gonna quote unquote react to, even though I've technically already seen it once, I never actually like completely listened from the very beginning on through, and actually like full on told, you know, describe what I was thinking. But yeah, so this is it. So here's my stuff. Hey. So a couple things to note before we get started. One, I didn't do the transfer table. Oh, the transfer table is right. It fits, but it's a little short. The back of this, I kind of wanted to make these smooth, like I do on some of my other videos. You know how it's like really smooth, because that's how they are in real life. Forgot to do that. And this part that has the catwalks, and the rest of it would have the staggered. I forgot to do that. This support I was going to actually change to something more complex and more stylish, It works fine. It's still cool looking, but I forgot to put like flanges and stuff. And I couldn't exactly do much because I had the wooden coaster here, which looks really cool actually. I do like it at the end here, and we'll see what they say about it and stuff. But I actually really do like how it has this little final little hill. I did put this crappy little magnetic launch thing fin. That's awful. I mean, it's good. It adds the detail that I wanted, but I could have made that look a little better. I tell you, I had a whole like hour and a half to continue working on this thing. But here you go, and then it goes down, and it has a bump there, and it goes up and around. I built the shuttle first, and I was really liking the design. I wanted to have this overbank because overbanks are fun. And then through here, I didn't know exactly what to do here because I couldn't do like a barrel roll because it would have put too much stress on the tires, which is realistic because that's what Maverick was doing. If you remember, Maverick at Cedar Point used to have a barrel roll after the second launch, and they'd had to take it out because it was putting too much stress on the tires. I don't know if they've been able to change that where you can put more stress on it, and they could actually do it now with like new tires or new connections and whatnot. I don't know, but as far as I know, they haven't done that, and so I could not do that. And that's why on some of the other coasters where people are doing crazy things, I'm like, no, you can't do that. I'll try to make it as realistic as possible. But and then it does this barrel roll, or a 0G roll, and the wooden coaster wasn't here at this point, but I do like how it looks going over the wooden coaster like that. It gets pretty close, but yeah. And then I was like, oh well, let's have it curve down after that into this, you know, because it has a drop. There's quite a bit of a drop from up here to down here, which was really interesting to try and figure out how am I going to get back up here with enough speed. But it would go down, it would push you into this turn, you would get some g-force, and I thought, oh, let's make it a spike, and let's make it a curved spike the whole way up. And so that's what it looks like from the top. Is that not the coolest thing? I love it. It turned out so well, and I was like, geez Louise, look how tall it is. That's it has enough momentum to get back, which it does, barely. And the wooden coaster, I was struggling to figure out what I wanted to do with that. I put the stations right next to each other so that it would have two separate lines, and you would walk next to each other, and they would kind of quote-unquote duel. And then yeah, I built it up over here, and then made it a spiral. I had to adjust some of these supports. You can see I didn't do quite the best job of doing that. Something else I forgot. But yeah, it's this long spiral like Mystic Timbers, but it keeps going and just keeps turning, and then it goes through, and then it does a 90-degree through this turn. I thought that was kind of cool. And then it's a GCI, so it has all these twisted turns, and it comes through, and it has airtime, and you know, another 90-degree turn here, and then it's twisty and twisty and twisty. And then I wanted to actually make it look really nice, and I put in the I-beams, which looks fantastic. It makes the coaster really, like I mean, look at that. That looks fantastic. This is about the most dangerous one. It's safe. I checked it before submitting it. It's safe. So yeah, let's just play it because I actually kind of want to see. Oh yeah, plenty of space. Look at that. That's plenty of space. Oh, whoops. Bless me. Oh my goodness. See, that would just be so cool. And I like having this little speed bump here because it kind of just gives you like a moment to kind of breathe. There's some airtime on it and stuff. Anyway, so that's the park. Let's get down to the actual result video and see what they have to say. Also, just to note, their audio was like out of whack. I don't know what was wrong with their audio, but it's all over the place. So I really apologize for that. The other thing I do want to talk about is how to export and send it to them. I was like really confused. It was like, send it in a URL, and they were like giving options of how to do it. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I got Dropbox. My friend showed me how to get Dropbox, and I used Dropbox, and it worked. So I'm very happy. But I got 4th place. That's kind of the first thing that I'm fine with that. Honestly, me and like my other friends here, they thought I should be higher, like 3rd or 2nd. Should not be 1st, because I'll show you 1st place. It's really nice. Here you go. Look how much smoother their FPS is, though. Like, they show like the entire park and whatnot, and they have like solid 60 FPS at the minimum, and it's like, wow, what computer you guys are running it on? I want that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, the chat is informing us that everyone can see it. We're good.
So this one place goes to screen name, cross sequence.
Yeah. So I put my screen, and you put your real name, your screen name, and your other information and whatnot. Screen name is CrossXCoasters, which I knew they wouldn't know how to pronounce. But yeah, it's Zemnis. He got it right on the 2nd try, pretty much. So. Yeah, the wooden coaster I called Eagle, and the shuttle I called Power Maniac. I was looking at the other rides and seeing if I could match like a theme in the other rides, and I was like, nope, I don't know anything. Yeah, the wooden coaster I called Eagle, and the shuttle I called Power Maniac. Yeah, it's Zemnis. He got it right on the 2nd try. I'm just checking the sound. Yeah, yeah, you can't hear him like at all. You'll hear the other guy who talks quite a bit. I'll turn it up just a little bit because it's like really quiet. But yeah, so then I just like, well, it's red and it's white and I like it, so I'll just call it Pyromaniac. And the other one I was like, I have no idea, so let's just call it Eagle.
Yeah, I think both of the layouts of the rides were cool.
Alright.
The Woody I thought was quite interesting because it has this really like circular structure in the layout, kind of like water, I guess.
I just realized something. I've got to check this. I just realized something that I didn't notice before. So while that loads, I'm gonna head back and I'm gonna talk about it when we get there.
The shuttle then sort of pierces that through the middle, so I thought that was kind of a cool idea.
Alright.
Really, the wooden coaster again had kind of a lot of S curves. It felt
right.
bland on the forces. So I think that's really where the lower points were for this one on the forces. Had kind of a lot of S curves. It felt a bit bland on the forces.
A lot of S curves, bland and boring. Yeah.
So I think that's really where the lower points were for this one.
Okay.
But really, like, the ideas sold it well, and I just think the use of the template was really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, not to just say a lot of what Justin said, but yeah, the Woody kind of started off really well. I really like that kind of, spiraling first drop that even kept the turn going once the drop was kind of finished.
All right.
And then
that's what I kind of tried to do, was like just have this really just long turn before you shoot out into the back section.
Into the main layout portion, it kind of felt like as you went along, maybe looking at the clock going, oh crud, I got to get this done in in an hour or something like that. So yeah, it started off, I thought, rather well built and finished maybe a little less well built, but still generally pretty good. And in particular, the interaction was good. I really liked the extra little detail touches of building even in that time, the kind of the steel I-beam crossovers as the shuttle kind of pierces the structure. and just generally the shuttle was really kind of enhanced by the interaction with the Woody.
Okay.
The shuttle really I don't know, kind of one of the standout moments for me, apart from going through the structure and kind of interacting really well with the wooden coaster, was just that final spike.
Oh, hold on. We'll go back to this. So I noticed something in the video that I'm gonna I have to look up right now. You see that right there? I'm not sure if they noticed that, but I didn't notice it until now, and that is you're not allowed to build in the water. Or I'm pretty sure it's any water at all, unless I'm wrong, but that is clearly in the water, and I kind of feel like I should be disqualified for that. Oh well, it's the wooden generator. I'm not sure if they saw it and they were like, oh, it's the wooden generator, we're gonna count whatever the wooden generator does, or but that wouldn't make sense, because you could make something like really tall over here and the wooden generator would be spreading things out over here and you'd be disqualified because it's outside the red border. This is over the water, technically the same thing, because they said you can't build anything on the water. I don't know, but that is something I did not pay attention to, and I will have to do that next time. This is all just a learning experience. Again, this is my first time doing this. I'm not like upset about anything. I'm actually rather satisfied with the results. But yeah, the final spiral on that coaster was kind of my highlight too. I was going through it and I liked how it was a barrel roll into the long curve at the bottom, and then it spiraled up. It came to my head and I was going through it and I was like, yep, this is what I want to do. This looks fantastic. And everybody else that has seen it said that was their highlight too. So I'm really happy that came out really well.
It has a certain kind of cool aesthetic to it, and as it unbanks, adding a little bit in the way of lateral G's, to the spike was kind of an interesting and kind of novel touch.
All right, novel touch. I like it.
It's good on the back that adding that extra little piece in there.
Right.
One thing I want to definitely highlight is on the shuttle coaster, the forward spike at the front of the ride. Really cool. The upward twisting spiral. Of course, very well put together. Very unique idea. I love that quite a lot, which you'll be able to see as we ride the roller coaster.
Aww.
As pointed out, taking the extra time to do the steel crossover, steel I-beams for the crossover points of the wooden coaster was very good. I did like the tangled knot of track that kind of put everything in here. Going to some of the earlier discussion about the general trends that we saw about all the S-curves and everything. So far, you'll notice that the coasters that we've highlighted with the three of the top 6 have all had GCI style coasters.
Yeah.
Everybody went straight for GCI as the style of coaster. Probably also gives a lot of repetitiveness towards the S-curves like we've seen inside of that tunnel and all that kind of fun stuff. So, a few other little odds and ends. It was pretty well put together. Like the end kind of just meanders back to the station, but a lot of nice stuff going on with this one.
Yeah. So I have a hard time finishing my coasters as strong as I start them, because I'm losing momentum and I need to get back to the station. It wasn't that I was running out of time, like they said. They said, oh, maybe he was looking at the clock and he was like, oh no, I need to finish. No, it actually wasn't that at all. It was the fact I was running out of momentum, and I was like, I need more speed, but I already have this whole coaster. I can't add more speed, so I need to get back to the station. I totally could have done something there, but I wish I did, because honestly, I think had I done more on the wooden coaster in terms of the ending there, making like something stand out at the end as well, like a helix or something, something bizarre that you wouldn't normally see, or something, would have been better. Yes, there's a lot of S curves on the wooden coasters. They're talking about that. I was trying to make it cool, like pretzel dive turns and stuff, and just kind of, because I think those are fun, but I was also trying to make them like airtime S curves instead of just normal S curves, some 90-degree turns instead of just normal turns. Because I noticed that a lot of people who do the S curves don't do 90-degree turns. You know, and I'm like, oh no, those are fun. You know, I was trying to make that part on the wooden coaster unique and whatnot. I don't know if they caught that or not. I'm just saying, I'm not like complaining or anything. I'm just giving my reaction to this. You know, it's nothing wrong. Again, I'm totally satisfied with everything. I'm just saying, I was just running out of momentum. I didn't exactly know how to end it, and I was all flustered by the whole event, so I wasn't really thinking very well at that point. It had been a really long time. I hadn't eaten anything all day because it was right at the time I get lunch. Yeah, so I just wasn't like in the mode of how do I finish this strong. Basically, what I did was I made that tunnel because I thought that'd be kind of cool after the airtime hill. Inside the tunnel, I hate working underground because you can't see anything. You have no idea what you're doing. I don't know where the points are. I don't like that part about no limits. I wish there's some way to change that. I think there is. I'm not sure. If there is, let me know. But I didn't know what else to do in there because it was all dark, and I was like, I don't want to mess with the points. It's already frustrating enough. I kind of just want to get to the end and finish this up and do the little touches because I don't know how long the little touches are going to go. I wasn't really thinking. But yeah, so what I did, after the tunnel, I wish I'd done something like a helix. Honestly, I think a helix would have been really cool to finish it out strong. Because everything up until the point where it started coming back, I think was really strong. The S curves and stuff. That's what wooden coasters do. You look at it. Yes, everybody went with the GCI except for number 1, which I'll show you guys. But that's because GCIs are fun and they're good and they're really popular. We don't have enough time to do an RMC because there's too much detail. It wouldn't look very good. You can't exactly do. I don't know what's wrong with my computer here. It's not charging. Alright. Plugged in, not charging. Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out. As long as my computer doesn't die. Which would be really embarrassing. You also couldn't do like a gravity group because doing an inversion would take time. It would have been really cool. I probably could have done it, just because I know the easy way of making like supports, and it wouldn't be that hard. But and I thought about it too. I was like, oh, if I do a GCI, or a gravity group coaster with a barrel roll, they're gonna be like, holy cow, this guy is insane. I would have been the only one with an inversion on a wooden coaster here, which makes me feel like I should have done that. But I really liked this idea, and I think this fit with the park better. If I were to do it again, I would have tried it with a gravity group. Definitely would have done that because that would have been really unique, and then I would have had 2 really unique coasters. I was kind of going more for traditional because I've always wanted to spend a lot of time on a traditional coaster. But I guess in terms of competition-wise, that wasn't the smartest decision, which is okay. It's a learning experience. I know what to do next time is to just go all out and go completely insane, but not keep it not realistic. Just go, oh, who would have thought to make a gravity group coaster? Who actually completed a gravity group coaster? Holy cow. There just would have been a lot more work into it. But that would have been okay because I had plenty of time. I had a whole hour. I would have gotten all the supports done in like 45 minutes, maybe. It wouldn't have taken that long at all. So yeah, I probably should have done that. Otherwise, inside the tunnel itself on the wooden coaster here, I made that bank. It was supposed to match the shuttle coaster. It was supposed to match Pyromaniac going through the thing. It was supposed to be like a in sync thing. Oh, they have this similar left turn bank. I was like, I need to do something in this tunnel. I don't know what. So I did that as a kind of a memo. And you could tell it didn't really do anything. So that's kind of unfortunate. But again, I do like the end brake section with the little hill behind the shuttle. I don't know, they don't really talk about it, but I really like that. I thought that was really, really cool, really unique.
Good to see a transfer track set up and a few other things. One thing I'll note on the shuttle is
One thing we'll note on the shuttle is. Anyone else there?
yeah, I'm still here, guys.
Okay.
We have a few things going on here. Now, what we're going to also look at doing is I noticed on the shuttle, and this is kind of one of the tricky things to get all the shuttle settings in place correctly.
Yeah.
The shuttle doesn't quite park on the first try. It kind of gets into the station. You won't be able to see it here, but it goes in the station, overshoots it a little bit, and then backs up slightly. So I picked up on that for any of the realism points. If the shuttle didn't kind of do a nice smooth stop, 6 foot.
One, that was really cool to watch from this view with 60 FPS because I don't get that and watch it go, and that looks like so much fun. These rides look like so much fun, to be honest with you, especially the shuttle. I really would love to ride the shuttle in real life. It just looks like so much fun. The end spike with it being just a vertical end spike, I thought was also a good way to end it when you have a front spike and a back spike. It was just like, oh. He's saying it's hard to get the shuttle settings right, and it overshoots it a little bit, and it's adds realism and whatnot. So the thing is, you've watched the live stream. I was messing with that so much. I was touching things and it was not doing what I wanted it to do, and it was so frustrating. I was like, you know what? It's just a little bit. They actually do that in real life. There are some shuttles in real life. If you go out and you search, there are some in real life that do that. They overshoot it a little bit and they float back a little bit. It's more the smaller ones, like the mat coasters and whatnot, because they don't have enough space to really stop in time. So it wasn't necessarily bad that it overshot it. I know it's something that you look at and go, oh, I actually like that. I like being like, oh, we're gonna go again. Oh no, we're actually backing up. Oh, that's like, ooh, freaky. I like that feeling. That's just my personal opinion. I will say though, it shouldn't have done that because the entire back spike back here. I don't know if you'll see it.
This is kind of one of the tricky things to get all the shuttle settings in place correctly.
Right, when I showed you,
It doesn't quite park on
can we like?
overshoots it a little. It kind of gets in.
So you see, this whole the whole back spike, if you remember, is just filled with the magnetic brakes. It shouldn't have done that. What I wanted it to do, in complete honesty, which I couldn't. I should have done it, but I didn't. Was I actually wanted to go up and then kind of hold you there and then slowly draw you down. So you're kind of just sitting there on the spike, and it wasn't really doing that. It did when I made the forces like really high. It stopped and then it slowly rolled forward, but it started picking up speed again until it got back in the station, and it really slowed down again, and it sat perfectly the first try. I didn't like that because it was going too fast. It's supposed to just slowly let you go through, but I couldn't get that to work, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm not doing that. That's what I really wanted to do though, was have it sit there, because I thought that's really unique. Then I wanted to spend a lot of time on the shuttle too. I love the shuttle so much. And I think they do too, because they're all talking about it and the spike and everything. Right? It's like, oh yeah, and how it barrels over the wooden coaster, and then after the barrel, it dives under the wooden coaster and goes. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I really do like these coasters a lot, and I see why they do like the interaction a lot, because I do too. Yeah, I couldn't get it to work. So, and I thought that would be really unique, and I think they would have really liked it if it did that. I just couldn't get it to work. Again, I had enough time. I probably could have done it. Like this is again my first time doing this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what to expect, what to really think. I don't know how they judge or anything. I literally came into this knowing nothing, and I got 4th place. I was like, hey, good enough for me. Now I know what to think for next year, which is a long way away, and I'll probably forget, but that's okay. It's all fun. It's all for fun. We're all here to have fun. Anyways, let's keep going.
6th place finisher of the shuttle also
So that was all they had to say about mine. That was really nice. They, you know, that was really cool. I do really appreciate the input. Oh my goodness, what is this?
Again, our 6th place finisher. Here, everybody should be able to see it at this point. 6th place goes to Timo Co. with his pair of coasters, the wooden one Nefarious and the steel coaster Azron, which hopefully everybody can see that.
Nefarious. What is that support? Good
Can
gracious.
everyone see that? Just out of.
Question. It should be broadcasting. Is everybody getting any video just now?
I see it. Yep.
You're getting video through, okay.
They also got rid of all the trees. That might be why they're getting better frames.
Just continue and I'll catch up.
They got rid of all the trees.
Overall, this was a very interesting pair of coasters.
Not in mine though.
The template was really nice.
See, all my trees are there.
Well, our coaster did have one kind of technical problem where it killed everybody.
Yep.
So there was on the left-hand side, there was a beam that was right there. Hopefully we can get everybody problems on this side. Hopefully the stream is still on.
Yeah, it is. We're good.
You're good, okay. I can't see the live chat right now, so I'm getting notes on this. There is some notes up there. So it's yeah, aside from decapitating everybody on the left side, on that one, the wood coaster was heavy and pretty smooth. Lots of fun elements going on. The shuttle coaster is really what wowed me. It has a real fun fake out where it launches forward, does a few things. It's kind of on the simple side. And then on your way back into the station, you're like, okay, that was
I guess that's it. And then hit the station and kind of blast it off backwards. Like, oh, all right, this is cool now. And in particular, this was one of the rides that, or I guess the combination of rides that had really solid interaction between the two rides. And in particular, did a good job of using the template, or used parts of the templates that more people didn't use on the Woody as well.
So they really like interaction. That's good to note.
Yeah, as far as my thoughts on it, I agree the interaction between these two is super good, and I think that's what really propelled this forward. It was really nice to see how
nice layout.
There's a lot of just intertwining. It kind of looked like a big twist going all the way
wow.
through both the rides.
I
think big critiques, obviously, like the wooden coaster didn't always feel wooden, and
yeah,
the supports felt kind of flimsy in some places. I think if the spacing was tighter, I think there's an option for that to increase the spacing of the wood supports. Otherwise, there's a few strong G's here and there, and it kind of wanders occasionally, but otherwise, I mean, really just the ideas are super strong, and I think, again, that's what really propels entries like these forward. Is really
it was really nice. Oh, you launched this one. That makes sense. Yeah, the wooden coaster was a little choppy, but it was a great layout. I think it was really good. Oh.
Seems okay to me.
That was interesting. Okay, you need to extend that a little bit. That's awfully close there. That needed to be a little smooth. He just needs a little smoothing. Just a little smoothing. Nice. I like this. This part's cool. That was really cool. And then there's this guy who has a Mystic Timbers style. Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done. What's this shuttle?
Kind of succumbing to what a lot of coasters in the contest succumb to, which was basically the I'm going to do some S curves, and then maybe some more S curves, and then a few more S curves. To have avoided that and have a layout basically as long as this one is, without getting repetitive, and while doing a pretty
entry.
Yeah, so a lot of S curves.
Ideas, but it kind of missed some polish and execution. This had all of the execution and polish, but not as much of the grand ideas. I really liked the Woody layout. I think what it does in the open area is very cool. How it kind of weaves this three-way turnaround in. But yeah, other than that, I think
That's
again, the
nice.
execution was good, but it just didn't have as
Wow.
much like.
How do you make it look
super
like
special
that?
about
I
it.
want to know how you make it look like a GCI. Like this looks like a serious GCI innovation.
S curves or switching up the S curves with
Yes.
with 5 curves. It was nice to see, and it very much did follow
Nice.
GCI's coaster with plenty of airtime.
Yeah.
All kinds of twists and little pops from there. So
Oof. That was a little
I
rough.
agree that it looks like the wood coasters were most of the attention, but the shuttle coaster was kind of done because they needed to do it.
Nice, nice, nice.
Quite fit in there otherwise.
And there's mine, and then there's second place,
This was a good
or
yeah.
third. I do really like this one a lot. Because
on the return leg, so kind of having the brainwave and executing
just
it
watch this.
as well as it was
This is
done.
fun.
I didn't have as many things to say about it, really.
So it's a curve
Kinda seemed like the
station
shuttle
and
was
it's a
full
lift hill.
focus. Just felt like a little bit
It's a max
rushed.
spinning.
And
This
didn't
is
feel particularly like any identifiable variety of wooden coaster. So
nice airtime.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't
And then it goes.
bad. I guess just in
Look at
comparison to how much I liked the shuttle, it didn't do. It didn't really stick out to me in the way that the shuttle did.
the shuttle is really cool, and it's a
Yeah,
spinning.
Again, we both kind of agree that the shuttle was a highlight. Of
That's
the
pretty
trip.
cool.
I think also picking up
Yeah,
on the
boy.
return spin,
What? I'm live streaming.
even if you're kind of going
Lol.
slower on the return trip and or seeing the same thing, having that condition makes it more fun or kind of
Oh.
if it was drawn out on the
I didn't
return.
realize that. I didn't realize that he
Kind of
toggled the
fixed by
spinning on the
having
return
skill.
trip. That's actually really cool.
The layout of the Woody.
That's a really smart
was
idea. I
really
didn't think
good,
about doing that.
And I kind of liked it, except for the occasional drawn out parts, especially kind of in the red zone, way down the structure.
Again, we're not
Overall, pretty solid entry. I think I ranked it.
Oh yeah, I
a bit
remember this one.
lower in mine, but Tom and Bill averaged it back up, so
Hmm.
that's where it ends up in 4th place.
I think it sucked, but everybody else thought it was good. That's how
I should say.
judging works.
more of a CCI type of coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Custom Coasters International.
Or I think the wooden supports, a couple areas could have used a little bit more beefiness.
Yeah,
Again,
it's a little. Yeah.
wooden coaster definitely had lots of action.
This is number 2.
There it is.
Second place is Codemaster. Just coaster hopping. Coaster is Wicked. The shuttle coaster is Twister. So,
Yeah. Let's watch this. So this is Codemaster. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here.
and then immediately leave the red area, do all the rest of their stuff outside the red area. So I felt we could have done some more.
Watch this. Right? Oh dear. Oh dear. What is this?
We didn't do much back
Oh, where's it going? And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And then what is that? And then a spot. What is this? You know, it's like I don't like it. I really. He did do a good job on supports because Codemaster is Codemaster, but they like the layout because it's interesting and it's unique and everything. But it's you just can't do that. They would never do that in real life. One, this part has a lot of stress on the tires and everything because it launches you straight into that. And then, what is that back section? What is that back? That's ridiculous, honestly. I understand and everything. Oh, we're charging now. I couldn't. The whole launch on the upper hill part, that's ridiculous. I don't see that happening ever. And then the wooden coaster was a really good CGI. He does a really good job with the CGI.
This weird
CGI. I keep saying CGI. It's
It would have
GCI.
been better if it was kind of flat and then give you more speed to do the twist and spike at the end. It seemed like it really just plowed through that spike. We had some really strong G-forces. I think it was like 5.5 in the front
Yeah.
bar.
This is not one of
Some
his
really
better
hard
creations.
moves, twisting really fast. I think it would
GCI
have been
is
natural to have a flat
pretty
launch,
nice.
bigger spike.
Yeah,
Overall,
flat
the
launch,
Woody
bigger
was,
spike. That's yeah,
again, a bit
exactly it.
short, and both the rides didn't really use the red template that much.
Yeah.
which I did see him struggling with at the beginning. I think really what this entry shows, though, is especially with how much this entry changed as he built through it. I think this is one of the few.
Yeah, but number 1 is incredible. Number one is really good because it's absolutely massive.
This was quite a surprise.
The shuttle coaster is not that good.
Honestly, what was shocking about this is
I don't appreciate the shuttle coaster. It offends me. No.
Started looking at this, and honestly,
it's just weird.
The executory part of the tempo is awesome and well designed.
So it starts off with an Outer Bank launch, which is interesting, but it's like, and then it's
the G-forces
okay.
were actually
Nice. I like this.
going too fast, but you kind of have to remember
and then you get to this part, which is like, what is this?
Even the back car, that's something
it's
you kind of watch.
It's unique and everything, but it's LIM. It's a I don't. The style of coaster is the issue. It's overused for shuttle coasters. But what really stood out.
It's funny that you
what really stood out was the wooden coaster.
Overhanged spike at the far end.
It's really bad.
You know, it's one of the few moments anywhere in the contest where someone.
It's a Intamin Woody. That's so cool. He fit an Intamin Woody. He fit this much inside the red. It looks so much fun. I do really like it. This guy definitely deserves first place just for the wooden coaster. The wooden coaster trumps all. It's like a combination of the Voyage and El Toro, because it's got El Toro's hills and it's got the Voyage's twist and length. Like, look at that. That's
on the negative G front, like a little bit into kind of that Sky Rush territory, which I don't know if that's
Sky Rush.
You know, kind of that
it's fantastic. They did a good job on it. But yeah, basically 4th place for my first time being here. Hey, how about that? 10 out of 10 would do it again. Can't wait to see what we're doing next year. Congratulations to everybody. There was a couple of people like XYZ. Oh my goodness, he submitted something and it was completely ridiculous because XYZ himself is a troll. Such a great dude though. It was really funny to see a couple other people I saw, they didn't get theirs in or they're disqualified and stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. Really learned a lot during this. I know what I'm doing next year. Seeing how they actually do things. And yeah, I wonder if we're going to use the same part, because apparently this is the same part. So yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I probably won't ever live stream again. No, I'm just kidding. I'll do something sometime. And yeah, so also, I thought it was really cool that it happened right as it was my 100th video. So my 100th video is my first 5-hour power live stream. How about that? I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. But probably nobody cares. But you know, little things about me. But anyways, we'll see what I do in the future. Stick around, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.